that you making noise, Cora? Okay, I just wanted to make sure. I just want to make sure it wasn't Teddy. That's all. Mic check, mic check. Okay. Ah, where's my face? It's on. Hey, there I am. All right, I am going to get my games up and running. But I was running so late, I didn't want to keep you guys. I didn't want to deprive you guys of my beautiful face. You know what I mean? So I decided to log in before I have all my games up. So let me get them back up real quick. I only had the one that was running overnight that was up. I'm just running so late. Sorry, guys. I think I'm doing an account takeover. I got a message this morning from somebody that man, this weekend is such a blur. Like between the podcast and recording content and all the improvements on the Ninja account. Oh man, I haven't even done my Hydra keys yet. Like it was, I, I after podcast was great. Had a blast on that. Absolutely loved it. I would like to go back. I believe there's an opportunity for me to go back at some point in time, but that I have to clear that with the wife. But yeah, after it, I went and took a nap because I was so like. Here, I'll let you guys see what I'm doing. I was so like my nerves and anxiety, maybe some adrenaline. I don't know if that's the right word or if that's what would have been in effect, but yeah, just the whole thing stressed me out. So I went and I crashed hard and took a nap. Okay. I don't. Do I need a Wixwell soul? No, this is the main account. I don't care about that. Let me just get all of them open real quick, and then we'll do everything. By the way, hi Kenzie. Sorry, I saw your message. Just didn't have a chance to respond yet. The arena gear, because it prompts me right when I log in. I don't have to do the arena gear, but then I have to filter it later, so I'd rather get it out of the way now. Oh my god, let me just go to what I want to do. Thank you. Alright, one more account open, and then I will bring the camera back up for you guys. There we go. I pulled one void yesterday because I was bored and got a Baron. So I've fully built him, and I gotta say he's crazy good. Although people tend to say he's been power crept, I don't. I wouldn't say that he's been power crept per se. Um, the 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 issue is Baron hits very very hard. He's just outright huge damage dealing nuker, just plain and simple. Hits really really hard. That's it. And unfortunately, hitting really, really, really hard doesn't help you in Stone Skin meta, Harima meta. Like, I'm not saying that he's not power crept. Like well, okay. I mean, I guess that is the definition of power crept. But for me, power crept means there's like better options out there. He's still a top damage dealer. He can just be uh out worked. I mean, I guess he doesn't have enough utility as a pure damage dealer. I have him on the main account. In fact, I think I've taken the gear off of him. So I was using him. I used Hefrak for a very, very, very long time. And then I made the switch with Harima being out there. I made the switch to Baron. Yeah, you'll see I stripped him. And then the problem was that I still wasn't getting the kind of utility that I felt like I needed for Baron to find success. Um, no, Kenzie, you're exactly right. Like he is an amazing nuker. The problem is that the options that you have for nukers there are like obviously Harima would be better, right? Because Harima kind of like reduces his ignore defense mechanics, right? And that's what he's banking on. He can do true damage with enough ignore defense in his kit, right? But then compared to, I don't know why I can't see anybody I want to see on my roster right now, and it's driving me nuts. Where is my Sun Wukong? There he is. So like with Sun Wukong, right, you're getting a buff strip in his kit, right? And then here you are also able to get true damage, right? If you build enough ignore defense. Um, but if you don't kill them, you sheep them, right? So that can actually deal with Ultimate Death Knights in some cases, right? Plus you get a stun on the A1 that sometimes comes in clutch, right? Um, you know, the other damage dealer that I use the most now is Rotos. And with Rotos, he hits really, really hard, but you get extra turn mechanics, right? You can get true damage again here. Wait, maybe you can't get true damage with Sun Wukong. Um, you get a high HP. You also have the passive where you can reduce incoming damage. So, for example, if my Rotos went against your Baron, Baron can't one-shot Rotos. So, Power Creep just means there are better options out there. Still amazing damage dealer, but just not top damage dealer anymore compared to newer champions. Let's not even talk about champions like Teox. Yeah, of course you have Teox, right? From what I've seen him, he's doing the same damage. Again, I'm not saying that these do more damage. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying that at all. In fact, Baron probably does more damage out there. The problem is, especially for my account and where I'm at right now, I'm running into a lot of Stone Skin. I'm running into Marishka comps, right? I'm running into Sun Wukongs. Doesn't matter how much damage you do against a Sun Wukong, if you kill him and then he revives himself and then blows up your team back, right? Like it's just like I said, I'm not saying power crap. It's just a I don't think the reason I say I don't think power crep is because I think he does damage, right? He does. I think the utility is the lacking because all you get is a hard hitting nuke, two hard-hitting nukes. I actually love his A1 because of that surplus damage. You'll get that. I used to get a lot of value out of that with ally attacks. You know, you could put him. It's kind of like a weird blender type champion, which is funny. But yeah, this hits incredibly hard. Ignores shield, ignores block damage. But also, again, countered by Leorius, which you'll see a lot of as you get higher up in arena and stuff. So yeah, a great nuker. If I had him on either of my other two, maybe not the free to play now because I have Georgian, which again, you know, brings in mind the utility of Georgian. Georgian's very similar in that he's also a glass cannon like Baron is, but can ignore Stone Skin, one of the few champions that can do that. Also ignoring Stone Skin, Unkillable, and block damage, right? So this counters a lot of champions, a lot more than what Baron can do. So if you ran into somebody that had these buffs up, you might not be able to kill them, right? Also giving himself unkillable with the A2. But yeah, it's just I think Baron might be the hardest nuker. I don't have any evidence to back that up. It just makes sense to me. I just wish, you know, if he had, and they're not going to do it because they buffed him to be a true nuker. But if he had, like, you know, a little bit more in the kit, I think it might be more viable for today's meta. So he actually already got a rework, Kenzie, to become what he is now. I cannot remember for the life of me what they did because I didn't have him at the time, but they buffed him. Or well, they reworked him. I think if I remember, there was a little bit of controversy that it wasn't a like outright buff, but yeah, Drock's video. That's how I based off of Drock's video is actually how I pick the masteries for my Georgian. It was definitely after Stone Skin because Stone Skin has been in the game since I started playing, but I can't remember what they changed for the life of me. Ooh, wow, what a friggin', not this piece of gear. We'll get rid of this, but look at this. Look at this, guys. We got Legendary Book and a Void Shard in the same chest. You gotta love that. Another Void Shard. Excellent. So the Stone Skin meta, when like the old Stone Skin meta, Baron was still good. Stone Skin accessory meta changes everything because now you can have all your new. You could have Baron in Stone Skin and still be in Savage. You know what I mean? Like that's kind of the situation that we're into. You could end up going up against an entire team that has Stone Skin. Nukers, supports, everybody. That's right, it was a secret skill. That's right. Do I know Echo Gaming? No, I don't, unfortunately. I used to watch him during Clash of Clans a long time ago. Oh, and it ignored 100% of defense. Okay. Kind of like Mortu Macabre. Morning, watch the podcast, and you with a 5-star Rotos. Yeah, I got that last night. I got the 5-star last night. You're inferior to me? Nah. What'd you guys think? The for those of you that watched the podcast, what were your thoughts on my I guess, performance on there. I felt like I did good. Does raid 2, he just does it for the money. Genuinely annoying. Guy calls the clan boss reward bad if it doesn't have a shard. Doesn't even look at the gear stats. Did I see your Amius? No, so I woke up and immediately hopped in the shower. Well, okay, I didn't immediately. I laid in bed on TikTok for like 20 minutes because I can't function like a human being anymore. But after I did that, I went and took a shower and then came on and started streaming after I fed the dog. So and took him out to go potty, of course. No, not on the main account. It doesn't make the cut. Maybe. All right. I mean, I'm not a big fan of it because it's 5 stars, but I'll keep it. All right. Do that. This one. Do my nightmare. So no, I have not seen your Amius. Is it in Discord, I assume? Let me... Oh, your Amius team. Got you. I thought you meant like, don't we get, can't we get him eventually? I don't know how that works. I didn't pay enough attention. I hate... Oh man, all that merciless gear. Yeah, Sam, I watched a vid or two of his on Raid, and he annoys the fuck out of me for some reason. Yeah, I see it now. What's up, RP? Can I ask you a question? I was thinking for Sand Devil team. Absolutely, freak. I think I already heard this. I feel like there was a question of this recently, but maybe I'm wrong. I mentioned this in the first like 5 minutes of the podcast, and I know most of you weren't here, but um, I am like very like I had to nap after that podcast because it's nothing. I had so much fun on it, but it was so draining for me, and like I was so full of stress, anxiety, like adrenaline, like um, I crashed after that. Like I was shaking after the podcast. I told my wife, I was like, "I'm shaking, honey. I'm gonna go lay down," and so I did, and then she was already laying down, so I ended up taking a little nap. But I had so much fun. I really did. I love talking Raid Shadow Legends. Well, and I think Nick too. It was the fear leading up to it, because I knew I had I've only ever done one collaboration before with another content creator, right? And that was recorded. It wasn't live. Um, So if you pay very close attention to the podcast, you'll see that I keep doing this. And so what I'm doing is I'm taking a drink. And the reason I'm doing it off camera like that, I was actually paying close attention. Um, so is because I don't know any of those guys. I don't know what sponsorships they may or may not have. And look, they may have none, right? But I know I've learned from watching other content creators that it's a good idea to like, you know, be careful what you're doing when you're guest spotting on another person's stream because, if they're sponsored by Pepsi and I'm sitting here drinking a Coke on their airtime, right? I'm at stage 16, Node Godseeker. I was thinking that fast Adolin Sleep, weaken from Newt, and drop defense from Juke, nukes with Whisper and Newt, and finally reset with Renegade. Um, Give me 1 second. Sorry about that. Um, I don't know. So there is a couple of problems. One, is this there is a small chance that can be resisted. So it wouldn't be 100% if you're banking on the sleep. Um, because of the inherent percentage chance that bosses have to resist stuff. Which is my first concern. My other concern, um, if possible, I would recommend getting instead of going weaken from your Newt, you may want to try and get drop defense and weaken from other champions. And the reason that I say that is because I don't know that you're going to have enough time maybe on stage 17, but I know in the higher end I don't think you have enough time to get all your stuff placed before he wakes up. Yeah, like Vodka said, you're asking your champions to go on a 2-to-1 ratio and you're only 5 speed over the boss. It's a great idea. This is an idea that Vodka himself uses on one of his accounts, but he uses a Siffy. And the reason that it works so well with Siffy is because Siffy's sleep is unresistible. Um, this debuff cannot be resisted. So it's 100%, number one. Number two, he uses it with, I believe, a Riho Bone Spear, if not somebody else, who places every single debuff under the sun. And then comes in with two newts that go boom, boom, right? Um, I don't think that it's a bad idea. I think it's a wonderful idea. I think that the gear requirements to pull it off are going to be much steeper than the teams that do self revive or reviving after a period of time. Yeah, and I don't really know how the reset would work in that capacity either. What I mean is the I don't think you can re-sleep the boss after, so the boss will still get a turn before you could reset. You know, like the boss doesn't stay asleep forever, right? And you do your big blow up, that's gonna wake the boss up, and I don't think you can sleep them again, right? Like I don't think you can perma sleep the boss. So even if the boss wakes up after you do all that damage and you reset your champions. And even if you get a second turn to try and put the boss back to sleep, I don't know that you can. And again, I don't know. I never ran the team, so I don't want to give you false hope. I think it's a great idea. I think that you would need a very high threshold in order to pull that off. And again, we're not just building teams for stage uh, 16 and 17, right? We're trying to build a team that will eventually do stage 20. And I know you don't have a Godseeker in Neri, and I would assume you probably don't have any of the other Revive on Death champions, which is unfortunate. But hopefully you'll be able to get there at some point. It's you're using the same ideas as most would. Now, I don't know if you use the optimizer freak, but if you do use the optimizer, there's a neat thing you can do with it. Um, I know people use Adolin. I do not know the speeds. I know they use Kymar that Ren sits in with. Something I can really help with at this time. It's a sound idea. I just don't know what the specifics are. I'd love to do the Ninja Godseeker comp, but my Godseeker is tuned for Clan Boss, so can't get the correct stats or speeds. The speed target isn't that hard to hit. You just want to get the survivability on Godseeker, which you might be able to do. I had the same problem. Godseeker is my buff extender in Clan Boss on the free-to-play account, but didn't even realize I ran a tag team arena. That's how friggin' out of touch I am right now with reality. But I rebuilt my Godseeker to have the same speeds, but in regen gear and immortal gear. So I'm able to do both. I've got her in both. So um, yeah, Vodka runs at 195 speed for his Sand Devil team. I'm already over that, right? I'm 217 for my Clan Boss team. So um my that's what I was gonna say. If there's no reset team, that's the only everything else is sound. I would not do the reset part. I mean, ideally, if you have two hard hitting nukers, I don't know if you have anything else to pair with your. You could maybe Ninja, Newt and Ninja, and instead of just Newt and a reset, because the reset's not going to happen. Like not with your speeds, not with everything, and that's not going to happen. But if you were to do like for me, I think the great thing about Duke the Pierced, I can't remember if he's Orc or Ogren. I think he's Ogren, yeah? No, Orc. I was right. Okay. Is that you're getting two debuffs out of him, right? So then think about who you might have on your roster that has weaken that's not Newt. Because you want Newt to use his A3, right? So then think about who you have that brings just weaken. But maybe some other debuffs as well, right? Yeah, so like Herndig would bring weaken and well, his HP burn is, and I'm not saying you have to use these champions per se, right? But if you had some of these that could place not only weaken, but also another buff, even if it's block buffs, right? That's still something, because you do increased damage based on the number of buffs that are applied. So, And I don't mean on separate abilities. I mean on one ability. So if you have someone that brings a weaken and like a leech, or a weaken and uh, HP burn, healing reduction, block buffs, any of that stuff could be valuable to you. Decrease speed too, right? So Geomancer, for example, is good there because you'd get that HP burn and weaken. But you already clearly know about the Hell Hades optimizer thing, so I'm not going to bring that one up. As far as, so again, I still think that you'd be able to do, once you get the right gear in regeneration, right? Of course, that's the key. That you might be able to do both Godseeker in your buff extension team and in um Sand Devil. But what I do also want to say is, if you just need another buff extender, you could go farm Valerie from campaign. But I'm not saying that you should do that. I think you're better off with Godseeker in that team. She's defense based, easier to keep alive, all that fun stuff. Um, and I think you can run her in both. But if you really felt like you had to separate her out from the Clan Boss team in order to do Sand Devil, you could do that. But you'll see my Sand Devil team. Sand Devil. Boom. I'm up to stage 22. Now, I haven't tried stage 22 yet. The problem with stage 22 is the magic affinity. But let's take a look. Let's try it. Let's see. Maybe we can sneak by it. Ninja is not yet built on the account to get me past this affinity. Yeah, I think what's going to get me is the crit damage on Newt. If they crit my Newt, he gonna die. This one's better because we didn't get hit so hard to start this rotation here. But it just takes so much longer. Yeah, see that crit? That crit? Oh, man. Newt's really low. If Newt dies early, I could manual it if Newt dies early and probably get through it that way. Oh, wait, no, I can't. Yeah, even if I manual it, Newt would still get auto-revived. That's the problem. No, I did buff Newt's stats to try and get past this affinity. No, because if Newt dies, then Godseeker auto-revives him, and then won't revive herself when she dies the turn later. That's the problem. Not if she's on cooldown. You're correct. Unfortunately, I think she's off cooldown because I run too fast of a team, right? We've talked about that before. Oh, that's it. GG. That's game over. Yep. And there it was. We're really close. If I have a little bit more luck, I pull that off. You're absolutely right, Kenzie. It's something I forget about a lot because thinking with presets, you know, it's not something that I'm accustomed to, you know, so I forget that I could just, oh yeah, let me just swap the gear on Godseeker and slow her ass down. Or just make Newt squishier instead of stronger. It's kind of the opposite, right? Or build my damn ninja over Turvold. You want me to build ninja over Turvold? Is that your official advice, Vodka? You want me to build ninja over Turvold? Ah. There we go. That's okay. We're okay. He died early enough, so we're okay. Seeing the low amount of damage that gets done, it makes me feel like I'm doing stage 25 again. Could be it with a little bit of luck. Yes! Let's go. So that's it, right? No more Magic Affinity. That's the hardest one. Let's keep. Man, if we can get stage 25 on Sand Apple on the free to play, that's gonna be really big. Now I don't need to build Ninja Vodka. Oh, now my Godseeker might be too low. Oh, that's GG. If she gets a big heal here. Okay. Seems we got mail. What? I did get a big boost of defense from her. Stage 4, that's another 1,000 HP would be good. Um, wait, why? Oh, yeah. She was crit capped before. This is dumb now. Mm, I need to be careful. I'm losing 30 defense with this swap. I am worried that that might reduce me too much for clan boss. Why is it so small? Oh, open a browser. That'll help. Okay. Father greets you. It is a. It okay. It feels a bit like a faction announcement, but I don't think it could be because of because of the leaks you shared in the past. It could be for the new dungeon, but I never got Viking vibes from the face on the dungeon. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. That I don't. It feels like a bait for a faction, but I don't think that it is. Not with the way that they do the way they do barbarians. So that's what I'm saying. I'm saying it's not a new faction, but they're making it feel that way, right? Because of the the images in the picture. I would say the last time we had stuff like teaser stuff like this, it was for Sun Wukong, and it was a champion. The problem I have is that that's not the champion we all thought we were going to get, which was I assume it would be a login champion, and we were all expecting to get a dog, so I don't know. Also, by the way, it doesn't make any sense. And I know Raid doesn't have to like follow these rules, but the new dungeon is here. And everything in that picture is ice and all that kind of stuff. It makes no sense that it would be icy down in the south. You know what I'm saying? In the middle of this desert, there's just an icy, barren frost world. Like, what's up, Pi? What's up, Hyper? How you guys doing? So I don't think it's going to be the new dungeon that's coming. Okay, well, I'm not getting any messages from the person who I believe I'm doing an account takeover for. So a bit hot in the UK at the moment, but can't complain. Any chance you could show me the spider team you used for Hard Doom Tower? No, it's not in there. Hard Doom Tower spider team. Abso-friggin-lutely. Do you want the highest difficulty or what? But this is it. Um, it's actually fairly consistent too. I'll rerun it for you. Um, on the free-to-play account, I pulled him. On the main account, I did the fusion and then pulled a second copy. Everybody wants that hyper, but Raid I don't think is going to give that to us. Books are one of the few... Books and shards are really where they get their money. I can't see them... giving that up. We need to keep this. Here. These waves aren't especially scary. I just kind of want to make sure I have my cooldowns as an option because I don't remember what I needed cooldown-wise to beat it. So I'm just being overly passive here. Don't read too much into this. For those of you that were asking for this video, I know I don't need that ability here. So Mithrala cleanses. There go all that. I can heal back up here with because I can't use the decreased defense right there anyways. Because you don't want to trigger the spiders, right? And then now you'll notice I didn't get that spider, and that's a problem, right? So they get the heal off. This is not Newt's best affinity here, but I still bring Newt to speed up the boss damage. Damn it! Really unlucky there. This is a little bit of RNG. I can remove that, though. Um, yeah. So it's not like a perfect thing. Like, don't think that this is like an end, like perfect end game team or anything. But you kind of saw the concept there. I got very unlucky with the boss healing up, of course. Um, and I shouldn't have used Ugo's heal there. I should have waited to use Ugo's heal with the poisons out so that I would get some more of those poisons removed and take less damage. But yeah, that's the idea behind the team. Not when you have Geomancer, because he reflects all that damage back and the boss kills itself faster. Now you're pissing me off, Vodka. I'm to prove you wrong. Uh Hold up. Wow, lots of chat. Lots of chat. Welcome everybody. Welcome, 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 welcome. Let me get caught up on chat here. I'm repeating my whole team just finished current. It's going to be a long day. I prefer in case of Geo the mama attacks 4 times, so more reflect damage. I have AoE HP burners on the account, but I don't have any of them leveled. Let's see if Newt can get the kills here. Yep, okay. The one that I use regularly is Mordecai, and he's only 50. Honestly, I also may have just killed the spiders. I don't remember. There was a version of this team that I used where I stunned the spiders with Armands, and then stripped them later. I'm gonna save the heal one more turn here, and get okay. I'm not even sure this is the final team that I ran. Because I can't believe I would have gone into this without a reviver. I feel like I took Newt out and brought Armands, and then I just kept the spiders stunned the whole fight. Hold up. This will tell me. Yeah, no, this was my final team. I did it in 30 turns. I'm trying to remember. I don't need Reliquary Tender. I have Mithrala. She's booked. She's on a 3-turn cooldown. And also, Reliquary Tender is level 30 on the account. But, guys, guys, I did this. I cleared this. This has been done. I'm trying to remember it to answer a question for uh, a community member. Or wait, sorry. You're maybe not talking to me. Vodka, I know you have teams, bud. um, Derek Martin says, "At what point do you pivot away from life steal sets? I have Rector and Apothecary at 6-star, fully ascended with masteries. Once you have Rector Drath, I would definitely pivot entirely from life steal at that point. Um, Apothecary, everyone talks about him being a healer. I do not value Apothecary as a healer in any form or fashion. All right, so who was it that was asking for the clip of this? That wanted to see the team. Vodka's posting a team in the Discord. But I will say this much about the team that I ran with. I really think it just boiled down to a little bit of luck. I think what I ended up doing in the final version of this was killing the spiders with Sun Wukong, um, instead of stripping them. I do think that's what I ended up doing, but I don't remember. It definitely took me like some experimenting, but I have a cleanser. This is my best healer that I have on the account right now. Um, Geomancer, of course, doing Geomancer things. Newt doing Newt things, but he's weak affinity here, so a better champion here would be worthwhile if you can make that work. And then Sun Wukong to clear the waves and kill the spiders. So we are going to do an account takeover that was scheduled. I apologize. I did want to do live arena with Georgid, but this was something that I had scheduled. Well, I said I was going to do live arena in my video yesterday, and I apologize. I had forgotten about this. But let me log off some of my accounts here. We'll log off that one and log off that one. All right, Myth Chaser, go ahead and talk to me in chat in the chat for the is it loading? Okay, it's launching. It's taking a while. Uh, your the reason you want high resistance in Hydra is a mischief tank, is what they call it, so that when steal your they go to steal your buffs, they won't steal them, right? And they won't take your turn meter. RS Gaming says Roadblock. How? Okay, sorry. Roadblock. Do you ever use Alika? I have built her on my main account. I have not used her yet. I fed her on the free to play very early because I didn't need her that early in the on the free to play account. I also didn't understand her value at the time. That was a big mistake I made on the account. Big mistake. Roadblock. How is your? That was before we had Epic Empowerment, by the way. How is your Ultra Nightmare Clan Boss Shard drop rate? Gotten only 2 Sacreds in the past 3 weeks. Been horrible. On my free to play, I have 5 Sacreds so far. One from Doom Tower Hard, and I think one monthly, and then so 3 so far since that Sacred Shard pull. I don't know. I don't pay attention to the rates, right? It's something you can't control, so why stress about it? I take what I get, right? Um, what? Yeah, I was gonna say the other great thing about your high resist, your mischief tank, it's really good to put them in protection as well if possible, because then you could also prevent some of the if they get the percent chance where they can remove the buffs, like that they ignore your resistance to altogether, you could still have them be protected, right? Not a must, not a must, but it is a good thing. I'm thinking about so sorry. Need Spider 20 auto team and PvP. All right. I'm thinking about using for wave clear because I don't have seer. Wait, who? Man, you guys are going too fast. Alika. For wave clear, I don't know. She hits hard. She does hit hard apparently. I've not used her. Um, I don't know if you have a Sun Wukong, but I think Sun Wukong is going to be easier and harder hitting. Um, okay. So we're looking. Let's go to. So this is Myth Chaser, member of my clan. We are going to take a look at the account. One thing that I got to tell you, Myth Chaser, I know you love pulling shards, but it hurts my soul every time I get on here and you've got no shards. Okay, so we're looking for an arena team. Well, let's see what arena team you're currently running. We're going to start here. And okay. I hate you. You don't need like I think you're using Venomage for decreased defense here, but you're only going to get it on a single target because Venomage's decreased defense is one enemy. Maybe you're looking for heal reduction there, but that's not something that I think you need. I think you need to get Lysandra in there. So let me see the speed on your Lysandra as well. I like that. I mean, it's not the fastest, right? But for your account, I do like it. Um, Whoop. Did not mean to do that. Yeah, your speeds are quite off here too. Alright, I'm just gonna end that, because that's just gonna be a back and forth nightmare. Sorry that I deranked you into gold 4. That was not my intention. That was an absolute misclick. I do sincerely apologize for that. Um, so if you're gonna have Krokmar, I mean, look, Krokmar is not weak or anything by any means, but if you're gonna have this extra crit damage, like, you want him going before your nukers, but yeah, so you're still using crit rate stuff. Um, well, I know we want Krokmar nuking too, but I'm saying, I don't know. I don't know Krokmar that well, so um, I would also say I'm not sure if you're prioritizing accuracy here or speed. By the way, why are we still rocking 4-star banners on Spider? Are you using Myth Chaser? Are you using gems on ancient shards? Lysandra, Deacon, Monkey, into Croc. Nope, energy. Okay. Did he have a Deacon? I did not see a Deacon. Yeah, we don't have a Deacon here, guys. Um, I wish we did. Look at Arbiter mission. I don't think you need to be worried about clear stage 20 of the Spider's Den 10 times on auto normal. Yeah, I don't think you should be worried. I mean, Arbiter, you're going to get Arbiter, great, but the reason I'm asking is because you're first of all, like, for I'm on my ninja account. I don't want 4-star banners anymore. Like I don't even have accessories yet, and I don't want 4-star ones. That's what makes me question, like, where you're currently farming at on the account. So in a perfect world, we're gonna go with Arbiter when you get her into Lysandra, into probably Monkey Krokmar in that order. I mean, I don't know that they necessarily matter if they either or, but um I think we need to build your Krokmar to nuke and your Sun Wukong to nuke. And I think you need to get your account is way more developed than it was the last time we did this. And I think what are we looking at for crit damage gloves, right? Yeah, you've got a lot of options for crit damage gloves, even some that are in really good sets, right? Um, 5 stars, 6 stars. So primary stat, crit damage. I would want crit rate, speed, accuracy, and attack. All right, we're obviously not going to get any of that. Let's take off the accuracy. Let's take off the attack percent. Okay. Yeah, I have zero clue why one of your best nukers is running a defense amulet with no crit damage rolls. Um, so here's the problem. 6 million silver, I don't feel like that's going to be enough to work with to fully rebuild. What I will do is this, because you need it. Yeah, see, like that was 2 million, 2.3 million silver right there, right? By the way, this also has an accuracy substat, so you're even getting more accuracy out of it. So that's an improvement right there. Again, I don't understand the HP banner, um, unless you don't have an attack ring or a HP ring. Sorry. Um, so you do have an attack ring here with attack percent substat even. Maybe you're using it for Slayer crit rate, but you're already over crit rate by more than 5%. So there's no reason to have that. Um, but yeah, I will do a preset here. I'm equipping that. That needs to be equipped. I have no qualms about that. Furthermore, again, you don't have an accuracy banner for your Sun Wukong. That's fine. Do you have an attack banner? Equip the attack banner. The defense banner does nothing. You don't need to survive with your Sun Wukong. He has a self-revive mechanic. Being tanky doesn't matter. In fact, you want to die on your Sun Wukong because you come back to life. I'm not saying you want to die. Maybe I should rephrase that. You prefer to die with your Sun Wukong because you come back with a full turn meter. Let me make sure sorry, with 100% turn meter. I would also say for your blessing, your 1-star crushing rend here, I would change this. Now, maybe I'm gonna be like firm on this opinion, and I know that everybody is in agreement with me here, but I would actually go Soul Reap until you get 6-star or maybe 5-star, then go back to Crushing Rend. The problem with that, with Crushing Rend, is that, first of all, you're only getting an additional, like, 1% of extra ignored defense on the first hit. If you're going with Soul Reap, you're essentially only needing to do 96% damage of their max HP, right? Now, this doesn't always kill them, but I think it's a better for your gear and your level, right? So I would recommend making that change. I don't want Monkey to die, but if he dies and he comes back to life, I'm okay with it. I win a lot of. I have won so many. Granted, okay, I hear myself because this is what people tell. This is what a problem I have when I do account taker all the time is they'll say, yeah, but I win the fight when he doesn't die. You know, whatever. Like Phantom Touch should be the way to go until he has 5-star blessing or higher. I know that is, like I said, this is a unpopular opinion, but it is my opinion. I get the argument for Phantom Touch. I get the argument for other ways to do more damage, but I've had a lot of success using Um, Soul Reap. It's also fun. um, but I do still think that either one of those is better than I think crushing Rend at level 1. I truly believe that. Whether it's Phantom Touch or um, maybe even Heaven Cast, but I kind of doubt that because I don't know that you have a lot of buffs on this team right now. Um, but I do want to try and get your preset running here. But yeah, a defense banner isn't doing anything for you, in my opinion. Um, Obviously, yeah. If we can make Savage work, we'll try. But I am gonna go to preset manager or sorry, fitting room. Wait, preset manager. That's the saved one you already have. Sorry. My I'm gonna be real with you guys. My brain is not quite in the position to be able to handle some of this right now. I am gonna take stuff to 12 just so I can have a firm understanding of what crit rate we're working with as I do this build. So right there, I just want to point out, like, all I did was take your crit rate gloves off and put your crit damage gloves on. We're still at 70% crit rate. So we're not, like, it's very easy to do this. And I feel like a lot of people just default to crit rate gloves, but you're leaving so much damage on the floor when you do that. So now I want to look at your crit rate, crit damage gear. Let's see. HP percent, of course. Can't ever get lucky. All right. So as of right, let's do equipped as well because I can't imagine. Man. I really want to see if I can make Savage work, but the gear looks very limited. I'll only take this to 8 to save the silver. But again, I just want to see what crit rate we're working with, right? All right, so now I need... All right, so we need 5% more crit rate. And that's including that we're still using this shitty ring. So I'm going to try and get more than that. I want to complete Savage, though. So we need to look at Savage weapons. And good news is there doesn't appear to be any crit rate on this item right now. So what if we do crit damage, attack percent? Nice. I'm putting a lot of pressure on the shield, but I'm okay with that. All right, so now for the shield, we need a substat of crit rate. I would want speed, attack percent, and accuracy. All right, let's take off accuracy. Take off the speed. Do we really not have a shield that has crit rate and attack percent on the whole account? Oh, it's a shield. I'm dumb. Ignore me. Ignore me. I know you're yelling at me. I'm not going to look at chat because I'm embarrassed. Leave me alone. I told you guys ahead of time, my brain is not working. Shoot. Okay. So we are going to need a high crit rate here. There we go. Because this is what we have on, and it's not enough. Alright, so we have to leave that shitty ring on, but that's fine. Really bad substat rolls on these, but... I'll only take it to 8. So I will admit, and I want you to know this, Myth Chaser, that, you know, based on what Vodka's saying in the chat, Krokmar, I don't know legitimately how hard Krokmar can hit. So, by the way, I like this piece. I am going to 16 this. Ugh, a lot of silver, but I really want to know what I'm working with speed-wise. I don't like how slow he is, but I don't have a lot of gear to really work with here. We do have some speed there and some speed here that you can buff. So we might be able to get a little bit more speed out of you. So I've saved that as a preset. You could put that preset on. Obviously, level this gear when you get the time. Whoa. Why are we building so slow on Krokmar? Let's talk. Let's take a second, Myth Chaser, and talk about kind of the strategies that you're implementing here. Like, again, I don't know anything about Krokmar. I'm being told he smacks. Let's find out, right? Let's find out. So he can self buff with crit rate, and unlike Hefrak, there's no like free attack or anything. So we will, and it's an extra turn. So we'll always be able to use this, right? So let's do that. I agree with the assessment here. So, and we actually had, if I remember correctly, I think we had some HP percent chest for Savage, right? With crit rate and crit damage. I like this. I'd like to see speed on it, but I like it. So again, we'll go into the fitting room. Like I said, I'm going to take this to 12. I'd love to take it to 16. You don't have enough silver. Not great on the crit rate there. I would love to get a roll in the crit rate, but again, we only have to work with 70%. So let's try this on. Even UDK is taking turns before him. Yeah. I don't know how old the account is, Twin, but we don't make judgments, okay? We don't make judgments. That's what we're here to do. We're here to learn. Um, so I'm not saying you are. I just want to remind everybody in the chat that we don't pass judgments here. Um, so we want crit damage, crit rate with speed. Do I have some HP on here? No, but these are the other gauntlets that I just used, right? And we're going for 70%. So we're already on track here. Definitely going speed boots. Crit rate, crit damage. Let's just go. I do like this. All right, so now we're at our crit rate threshold. Sun, block buffs, venom, heal reduction. So here's the thing that you're the myth chaser is that you're in this like back and forth mindset for arena. And I don't think you have the champions or the gear to do this back and forth mindset. You have a Lissandra, and you're like 2 days away from getting Arbiter. You're gonna go first, okay? Just kill him. The whole back and forth, like that's, you know, this is what I want you to do. And like it works against tanky teams too. Like look at this. You got this is a pretty tanky team. Oh god, I'm honestly I don't know that I have the mental capacity to stream. I'm not done. I'm just simply showing like what I want. And of course, I get reaction geared, but what I was trying to show was a go first team in action. I'm really sorry. I know that I'm not the most like friendly content creator today, and that's not my norm. I'm trying to snap out of it, but when I get into the bad headspace, it can be hard for me to Alright. Hopefully we're fine here now. See, I actually don't like that. Yeah, I won, sure, whatever, but I don't like that back and forth mindset when it comes to, like, the arena fights. I'm also gold 4, apparently, so... I wonder if I can kill this one. Look, Armand's makes this easier, but that right there, that's what I want. Armand's just makes it easier. That's it. I can do that without Armand's, but what I'm doing is one-shotting there. Oh, I'm gold 4 because of reset today. That's why. But that's what you're looking for. We're doing this like back and forth. Like I'm going to build a really high HP, really slow champion, and they're not going to be able to kill him. Ha ha ha. But you're taking 8 minutes on a fight. I'm done my arenas in 15 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just start from the bottom and I go down. If I lose, I just go next. And I just go boop, 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 boop. And I get my wins and I get my losses. And then I move on and I wait till I get more tokens, right? It doesn't need to be this 8-minute, 10, slog fest of back and forth of champions that can't be killed and slowly get whittled down. Thanks, Justin. No, I just feel bad because I'm like, I'm I feel like I was being mean to vodka there, and I don't like that. I'm just a little short right now. Um, okay. Let's find two more pieces of Savage Gear. Um, and we don't need to worry about crit rate. So I'd like to find crit damage and HP. Maybe we can get lucky. Perfect. Now, this piece is going to be better on someone else that is attack based, but it does have HP. And here again, can I take this to... that's really low to take something to 12. Kind of want to. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. The game was like, nah, I got you. Okay. Um, so now what we're looking for, um, all right, so we need a helmet. We are still a little slow. So what if we do that? I would love to find, wait, can we do equipped? Do I have anything speed, crit damage, HP percent? There we go. Now we're talking. Um, wait. Oh no, I lost a bunch of crit rate. I'm a dum-dum. I'm a dum-dum. I'm a dum-dum. Vodka's favorite 69 not sorry, the not 100% is vodka's favorite, not not 69. That's inappropriate. Okay. I do kind of want to get a Slayer piece on here, but kind of hard here. Oh, let's do equipped, by the way. Okay, he's already in a crit damage neck. Wait, no, he's not. I didn't set that. Primary stat, crit damage. Okay, he is already in a crit damage neck. Okay. All right, cool. What ring is on him? HP. I'll assume that's better. And then on the banner, okay. I don't like how slow he is, but I mean he's faster than what he was. Um, See if he can re-roll that neck and re-roll it. The you talking about the Slayer neck? No. No, I agree that we want to re-roll that, but we don't have any re-rolls at all on the account. Oh, was it reworked? Yeah. It's already been re-rolled. Yeah. Okay. So ultimately, what you're looking to do, Myth Chaser, is just squeeze out another. Um, let me just check crit rate. Wait, what's the? Why is nothing showing up? Because I'm not in the right section. All right, that one's been tried on. That one's already on. That one's on. Yeah, so of all your Savage pieces with crit rate, we're already using them. The other thing that we could do would be, if you had the resources to ascend this and try and get the extra crit rate that we're looking for. But it's not a must. I mean, we're at 69%, right? Now, keep in mind that in this preset, you need to make the decision Krokmar over Sun Wukong. I tend to lean towards Sun Wukong because of the built-in ignore defense on his A2. However, chat, and that's the whole point of Raid Shadow Legends. There's a lot of different different opinions, right? So chat is saying that they think Krokmar works. Now, I can't speak to that. And I don't like to put my eggs in a basket for a champion that I haven't personally used, because I can't speak to what they can do, right? And I feel like I'm going off of what other people say. And if I only delivered you guys content based on what other people said, then I'd be, copying everything. I'd be doing every video that Ash and Hell Hades do, right? So I don't like to give opinions on champions I don't have, but I would say that people in chat, I trust them. So if they're telling me Krokmar, then that may be the choice, but I'm going to leave that decision to you. Regardless, you've got two builds here. Roadblock, Croc. This is a Croc-ish. Okay. So you have two suggested builds now. The idea here is, once you have your Savage gear on whatever nuker you choose to use for Arena, that they are your nuker. And so if we go back to my account, I'm being clear that we are on my account here so that people don't yell at me thinking I'm putting people in with no gear. I have one nuker on this team. Okay? Sun Wukong. Everything else is supporting Sun Wukong doing damage. I don't have to use our mods. There's a good combo that I use often with Ultimate Death Knight in here, right? And even if we take Sun Wukong out and we put Georgette in, it's still the same thing. The Savage chest was epic, so I took it to 12. Now, I don't even need to use his A3, but it's fun to use. Whoop. Or I can completely screw myself by using the A3. I love him. I wish he was more consistent. There we go. It was legendary? I I call BS. It was legendary. I don't know. How do you guys feel about on 1.6 million silver going to 16? I leave it to you, um, Myth Chaser. Do you want me to try to take this to 16? I may bankrupt you. Burn that silver. All right. Let's go. All right. So now your build's complete. So if we go back to the preset, that's not it. This one. 73%, 245% crit damage, and 73,000 HP. Obviously, we'll get more HP and better, stats eventually. We haven't done any enchantments or anything. I would like to see his HP much higher as an HP-based nuker, but you now have those options, right? Yeah, glyph some speed and HP. Obviously, 16 the glove to get more crit damage out of it. And I think you're going to see improvement. But what you're going to want to do is your Arbiter is you want all speed on that Arbiter. So I've got all speed gear. Mine's 305. Your Lissandra 261 speed. Yeah, I really like your Lissandra build. Your Lissandra build is really showing a bit of understanding about gearing that that was lacking on some of the other. There we go. Oh, but no accuracy. Oh, yeah. I didn't think about that when I rolled those. I apologize. I was literally just looking for speed. I mean, I don't know that she... Wait. Hold on. Okay, yeah. I was like, I wanted to make sure she had decreased turn meter here before I jumped to any conclusions. For your level that you're doing... Yeah, I mean, she's really, like... I'm getting away with 326 accuracy and doing the same. She has a better. This is a better version of what Deacon can do. Deacon does it by 15%. She does it by 30%. So you're gonna want more accuracy way in the future, but for right now, you're right there with where my Deacon is, and my Deacon's able to do that. So, So yeah, I think the only thing that I'm upset about is you don't have an AoE decreased defense. Well, you do. With Vergamcar here. And Zargala, technically. If it were me, I don't know what your book situation is. And I also, you're definitely not a saver. That much I can understand. He may not have Artak, but he's got Chronom. You have Tatsu, huh? You're close. I'm surprised that you have a lot of the epics, but you're really low on a lot of the rares. I'm gonna put you on blast here. How much am I willing to bet? Oh, busted, busted. You, sir. Riskarn is what's Riskarn? What faction is he? Myth Chaser. Myth Chaser. What are you doing, bro? How many more of these rares? How many more of these rares have you fed? What is Trugor? A barbarian? Myth Chaser! What are you doing? You might be only 2 epics away from Lady Mikage. Delaja and Ilsinia, who's high elves. I'm about to put you on big blast. Okay, no Delaja. Okay. All right. All right. Let me double check something else too, real quick, and make sure that maybe because you do seem to have a lot of like good champions that aren't showing up for me here. Yeah. Okay. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. Okay. All right. I would use Gorlos as your decreased defense champion. Okay. Uh, AOE hit, placing big version of decreased defense. Obviously it's not decreased defense and weaken, but he's already. I mean, you could do Vergumkar as well, either one of these, right? But I think you're gonna have an easier time book wise doing an epic than you would doing a legendary right now. Um, but that I mean, honestly, you could also do, which would probably be super more affordable, is if you did no. You could just also use War Maiden again. She's not booked, but you probably have rare books. I didn't look. You got 2. You could just farm copies of her and then feed the copies to book her up. But no, but I think I think those were early on mistakes, Justin. But I get where you're coming from with that. That's a common thing with new players. A lot of them, not new players, but like I made that mistake on my main account. I have a +1 Lady Mikage. I should have just ran 2 Mikages, but I was like, oh no, I didn't realize how good she was at the time. I got that was my first. I fused her very early, and then got the free. Then my first hit on a mythic shard was Lady Mikage, and I did a +1. Um, But yeah, I think the easier route would be to go Warbaden. So my suggest now I don't know if Krokmar again. I don't know if Krokmar can do this all on his own. But my ideal team: Arbiter into Lysandra into War Maiden into whichever nuker you decide to go with. Now I've shown off to you what this is back on my account now, guys. I've shown off to you. I mean, look, this is literally the team I'm telling you to run here. Madame Saris is decreased defense, right? She's a buff stripper too, which is why she's good, right? Into the Trunda. I'll use my regular arena team here because I think there's a chance that they go before me. So, boop. Yeah. So, see? They're going to kick my butt. Boom. Now, luckily, my Arbiter lives. My son Wukong comes back to life. Just saying, you know-it-alls in chat. My son Wukong died and came back to life, which somebody said they didn't like, and got the kill with Soul Reap, which a lot of you said you didn't like. I'm just saying, you saw it. Oh, man. I don't like this Sun Wukong dying thing. I'm just giving you a hard time. You know I love you, Vodka. You know I love you. But again, this is what I'm saying though, right? Like they ran a go first team. They should have won that fight. I don't know if I had reaction gear in there or not, but that's the concept that I want you to implement. Now, here's the problem. Here's the big downside for you. And we're talking siege problems, right? You probably don't have the speed on this account to outspeed our opponents in Clan Siege, which is a big problem. But they hopefully will have easy teams for you to fight, just like we have easy teams for them to fight. So I still think your main team needs to be a speed team. As far as a go second team or an alternative team of any kind, it really feels like you've got one team going for you. I hate to say that. You can throw in a mismatch of some teams, but like maybe like a really fast Drexstar or Vizix to provoke and just, try and turn meter manipulate that way. But oh, I was upset, Kenzie. That's why I +1'd her, because I was upset about it when I pulled that Mikage. And this was many months ago. That wasn't even during a 2x for primals. That was when we didn't even know we were going to get a 2x for primals. We were, I think it was a summon rush or something, and I was like, oh, whatever. Let me throw these away to complete the whatever, the event. And I was like, oh my god, aw. I wasn't even recording for that. It sucked. All right. So there's Arena. What else am I supposed to talk about? Let me pull this up. Spider 20 Auto Team. I'm on my account. Hey, you're doing fine. You're on hard Spider. All right, Spider 20 auto team. Do you need the I don't think you need the accuracy. What is your accuracy of your Where the is he? He's 50, right? Am I just not seeing him? Am I just blind, guys? He has a level 50 Mordecai in the team. Oh, he's in the vault. You can use champions from the vault in dungeons? Why have a vault? If if you can use the Okay, cool. Hey, great. Awesome. Fine. Um Am I barking up the wrong tree, do you guys think, with Mordecai burn and then activating the burns with Theodore? Damn it, now I'm gonna have to find him again. 200 accuracy. I think you're fine, but I just want to be safe here. Dungeons, spider, normal, 20. Yeah, I mean, you might want to get maybe 25 more accuracy there if possible. Are we booked here too? Yeah, we are booked. Okay. Do you have masteries? Oh, you probably get enough accuracy from your masteries. I think you'd be fine. Trying to get back to chat and my brain's not working. Nope, I don't want you on auto. Sorry. Oh, I forgot I wanted to do Theodore stuff, right? Alright, either way. Oh, this isn't going to work like I thought it would. I mistimed the unkillable. That's on me. Alright. I kind of like what I'm working with, but then let's do Theodore here. Alright, let's try this. Yeah. I'm not even convinced I want that right now. We'll save that. I know I'm manualing this, but that's mostly because I'm trying to justify its existence as a team. Yeah. I don't necessarily want him in this, by the way. Dang. So what I really want for this team is here what I want a built Cold Heart. Level 50 Cold Heart. I mean, just 6-star. What are you doing? Okay. Okay. No. We need to talk about this now. You need to understand what Cold Heart is. Cold Heart is not an attack-based damage dealer. Cold Heart is an enemy max HP damage dealer. You want crit damage on the gloves. You want 75% crit rate. Wait, sorry. Is it 70% crit rate? And you want as much crit damage as you can get on her. Unfortunately, you don't have a crit damage. No. Oh my god, yes. Take either one of these crit damage necks off of either one of these champions that are getting no value from it. And, or even, you could even take the Slayer piece and put that on. In fact, it's got accuracy too. So, you also want accuracy. So, you want crit damage, 70% crit rate, and accuracy, because this is a full turn meter depletion. You want the spiderlings to go. You don't want the big spider to go. No, okay. You don't understand why I put Maneater in there. I don't give a I'm not trying to kill Spider with poisons. We're killing Spider. What I want in place of this is a provoker with high resistance and survivability that can be the tank for the Spiderlings. That's all I want. And the burns kill it. Let me see if I still have my Spider team viable here. I may not have it built anymore in here. Yeah, I don't have it built anymore. Okay. I have to say this. I am very accepting of other people's opinions. And when I represent my opinions, I try to be as respectful as I can be as well. I am not insulting. I'm not shitting on people's opinions, but when people come in here and try to shit on me and my opinions and what I'm trying to do for this guy. No, we don't have Artec. I'll just show you. You say Venomage instead of, maybe I'm wrong. You know what? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. Sorry, I'm getting too heated and I'm not giving you a proper takeover, Myth Chaser. So I'm honestly about to just ignore chat for the rest of this stream because I'm getting way too pissed off today. And that's nothing to do with you guys. I've already said that's got to do with me. But I want to properly explain Cold Heart without having to defend myself. My reason that I put in the unkillable guy was so they don't kill our champions. That's the only reason I used him. I didn't give a shit about fucking poisons, all right? Cold Heart's damage is based on enemy max HP. Yes, it's also based on attack, but it doesn't, the enemy max HP portion of it is going to be a larger chunk, and then that just gets multiplied greater. So crit damage on her, like, she's going to do the same amount of damage to a boss that has a bunch of HP, and then the crit damage will multiply that. So for normal champions, right, like Sun Wukong, your damage is based on your attack, and then crit damage affects that. But because she's doing enemy max HP and bosses have so much HP, the value is just greater that you're then multiplying by your crit damage, right? So that's why you really want to go crit damage on your Cold Heart. And this is not something, this is, a very common thing, and feel free to look up other builds if you're not necessarily interested in mine. But you'll see 235% crit damage, 70% crit rate. I would 6-star Cold Heart. Cold Heart does what Newt does, just on one hit. But furthermore, the other factor that I want to include about your Cold Heart is that she also decreases the entire turn meter of the target. So Cold Heart's usable in Fire Knight, she's usable in Spider, because we want the Spiderlings to take their turns to tick those HP burns. Now, in a perfect world, Mordecai won't die, right? Whether that means we bring a Reviver or a Provoker or something where we can prevent, maybe we go back to Syl and we keep Mordecai alive so he can place those burns again. What I do in my teams that you can't do is I just use an Ultimate Death Knight. It's the easiest way to do this. You throw in an Ultimate Death Knight, and the Spiderlings keep attacking your Ultimate Death Knight. High resist Ultimate Death Knight. I mean, I'll just build the team on my free-to-play for you. I don't even know if I have the right speeds or anything, but stage 20. So you'll see, even on my main team, I use UDK for this purpose. On hard, you just kill the spiders, and you can still burn them. But I will do this to kind of show the premise of the team here. So we've got Mordecai. I don't know what his accuracy is, but 251, that's not great. I can do accuracy in all battles. And then I'll even bring my Cold Heart to kind of show you the damage that she can do. I won't bring my Newt. I'll bring an Armiger, who I don't think is built, to continue to show the... And you know what? We'll bring Geomancer. And I understand Geomancer's a bit of a cheat code here, but I think we're still going to be able to demonstrate the team, the concepts of the team for you, okay? Myth Chaser, if you have questions or comments, I'm not going to look at chat anymore. Please send those to me in Discord for right now. I probably should have used his A1 there. That's fine. So again, like for me, you could also put Stone Skin on whoever the target. Actually, I don't know if that works, so I'm not going to say that. But you can see the damage mounting up, right? And then Cold Heart. Now, she doubled your damage. I think you were doing about 300,000. My Cold Heart doubled your damage there, right? And, it's just rinse and repeat. Now, my Armiger's in here to decrease turn meter on the boss. And so we're just proccing the damage from those burns. That's all we're looking for, right? Now, unfortunately, I don't have as much turn meter control in this team as I would like, because these champions are not built for that. I have a little bit of turn meter there, a little bit of turn meter here, right? And then my Cold Heart is the biggest turn meter. Same with, Geo, perfect. So Geo, full turn meter depletion, boom. And there we go, right? The spider has not taken a single turn, and all the spiderlings have done all the damage to the spider, other than Cold Heart. Cold Heart is both a big chunk of damage and decreasing the turn meter of the main spider, and you kill the boss. That's the team I'm going for. It's not a poison team. It's not what I was using. The reason I put Theodore in there is you get an extra free entire turn of HP burns because he activates all the HP burns on all the little spiders, right? So you're getting a whole turn of spider turn HP burn activation, right? Um, Cold Heart, if built properly with accuracy and crit damage, will reduce the turn meter of the spider, okay? And prevent them from taking a turn. Armiger can do that too, but you have Lysandra, who can do more turn meter than the team that I've put in front of you. And then Geomancer, I was using as a turn meter reduction as well. If you're afraid that your Provoker that's high resist is going to die from the single attacks, rebuild with accuracy your Maneater so that he can fully deplete the turn meter with this ability. And apply Unkillable to your high resist Provoker that won't die and will keep tanking the spiders like my UDK did. It's very easy with the UDK. You could also use a taunt champion for something like this. You'd find success there. So yeah, I think Cold Heart would help quite a bit there, and then you'll be able to farm on this difficulty, which is going to be very beneficial to you in the long run. So I am going to call it because it's noon, it's afternoon, and I need to go make lunch for my daughter. I do apologize for my behavior today on stream. This is not the type of stream that I want to have. It's not the type of streamer that I want to be. Quite frankly, I wasn't going to stream today. And Myth Chaser messaged me this morning reminding me, not in a mean way, but basically like, hey, I'm going to be on in a couple minutes. And it was like, well, I have to do my stream today. So I apologize for my behavior. That's not how I want to be, but we all have our bad days, right? So I've been holding back tears for like half of this stream. Shit happens. I apologize if I offended, if I hurt anybody's feelings. You guys know me. That's not what I'm about, but shit can get hard. I'm still not going to look at chat. I'll go back and read it afterwards, but I need to end stream and go make lunch for my daughter, who is going to give me a hug right now and make me feel better, right?
Daddy, I
I'm-
changed that.
I know you changed. All right, let's go get lunch.
Do you like my
Love you guys. I will be on tomorrow. I hope I'll be over whatever brain problems I currently have. So I will see you guys tomorrow, okay? Take care.